All right. I'm working with Puzzle, who just hit her face on the fence when I was trying to sort her. And Esperanza, she's fine, by the way. It was my flex fence. It wasn't the metal fencing. But we're going to work on getting her to calm down first before I ask her to do anything. You're the most beautiful girl. She's nervous, and that's fine. But I really can't get her in a good gentling frame of mind if she's nervous about the separation. So I'm going to just work on letting her relax for a few minutes before I start to try to work with her. And she is shaking, so we're nervous. She's very, very reminiscent of Ollie, my other Palomino, so that tracks. Good girl. She is so pretty. And she's very shaky. So we're just gonna hang out for a minute till she calms down. Her friends are right there. She's not far from them. Her tail is a knotted mess. I will be very excited to brush that out. Good girl. Okay, so she's already starting to calm down quite a lot, which is really nice. I know this whole sorting thing will get easier every day. Just today, it's been a challenge. Okay. All right, so I'm going to work with her. Now, this is our first session, so I don't know if I've said it. I'm like dropping the ball today with the names. This is Puzzle. If you followed South Steen's horses at all, she is Goldilocks out on the range. I have her halter, and it says SS Goldilocks, so that's going to be her fancy pantsy name, but she is referred to as Puzzle, and the story with that was I kept calling her Rapunzel for some reason, and I didn't want to name her Rapunzel, so I decided to go with Puzzle, which I think is fitting. Okay, pretty girl. So right now, the focus is just to get her to quiet down. Again, she is separated by her friends who she's been with, like on the trailer and everything, for several days. So I understand that she's nervous, and that's okay. So the focus for today, good girl, is just to get her to be quiet and for me to be in this pen with her and be quiet. Again, I don't mind if I have to be far away from her for that. I just want her to learn that she doesn't have to be so nervous. You can calm down. And I'm trying to keep my distance from her. I want to make sure that she feels like she has enough space to move around. But I also just want her to get used to me moving around in here. Good girl. Very nice. Very nice. And I failed to actually hit record with Harper. I worked with Harper first today, but it was a lot of this for a good 20 minutes or so. So this is sort of what we'll be doing, is just letting her spend this time to quiet and calm. And again, I'm not trying to really ask her to do anything right now, other than just learn to calm down a little bit. Careful, baby girl. It's a little icy in here. It's really not that bad at all. I wouldn't be doing this sort of stuff with them if this was really bad in here, but it's not. Good girl, pretty girl. Good girl, pretty girl. Good girl, pretty girl. So yeah, I'm just vibing with her, not asking her to do anything other than just to start to quiet down. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, pretty girl. I just want her to relax. And that's hard. That's a big ask. Just relax is a big ask. So that's good. So I'm watching her. Good girl. And she doesn't really seem all that nervous about me. A little bit, of course, because I'm stranger danger and human being and scary. But she is more worried about the fact that she's separated from her friends, which I can work with that 100%. The more sessions we do where they kind of come in here and, I don't ask much of them and then they go back, she'll start to feel more confident. Good job, kiddo. Good job, kiddo. She is just gorgeous. Yeah, good. She is shaking. She's definitely nervous. It's cold, but they don't tend to shake when they're cold like that. She hasn't been shaking. So she's got some nerves, and that's okay. Wow, brave girl. Brave girl. Brave girl. Brave girl. I've been following this horse, her photographs in the wild, and she was my number one pick to adopt, but they got gathered in late 2024, and I thought she would have been adopted out, and then she foaled, so they kept her there, and then I stopped seeing her, so I thought something had happened. So I am just ecstatic that she is in my own backyard now. I love this horse. This color is my favorite color, and I'm just so excited that she's here. I cannot wait. Hi, babe. Good girl. We're licking and chewing. We're learning to calm down. And what's really nice is these guys are actually settled in quite well, where they're just over there just hanging out while she's kind of working through her feelings here. So they're not adding any unnecessary stress to her, which is really great, because nothing's worse than other horses running around being nervous. Now, I failed to get the video of Harper, and I'm disappointed because she was kind of turning her butt to me. She didn't kick me or anything like that, but that was kind of the idea that she was planning on. And, I talked a lot about dealing with that with, hi, good girl, dealing with that with adults and versus the babies, and how you have to just approach things differently. And with Harper, I was much closer to her as opposed to the adults. I got my distance. I wish I had gotten that on video, but I didn't. That's okay. I'm sure Harper will absolutely do that again. Good girl. We're learning to relax. We're learning to. You're the prettiest girl. I love her. I really love her. She's phenomenal. You're a good girl. Good girl, Puzzle. Good Puzzle. Nice puzzle piece. Yeah, so she was Goldilocks on the range, so I'm totally fine if people want to call her that. I have no issues with that. I love it. There was another horse I worked with named Goldie, so I just opted not to keep that name because I don't like to repeat names, and it gets confusing. So, hi, pretty girl. This is great. Like, part of me, if I had her in her own pen, hi, good girl. If I had her in her own pen, and I didn't have to do all the sorting, I would have left because she's quiet and calm. But because I have to sort them every time, and it's quite a lot of pressure. Hi, baby girl. I've just opted not to, just to keep these sessions a bit longer, which is fine. You are a good girl. You want to touch the stick? You want to touch the stick, Gold? Huh? Good girl, baby girl. This is great. So I like to just keep things quiet. I don't do a lot of lunging at first. I want them to not feel like I'm just pushing them around all the time. Like everybody has their own training method, and that's totally fine. But this is the way that I like to do it, and it works for me. Hi, baby girl. Pretty girl. Good girl. What a good girl. What a beautiful girl. Yeah, so she's had 3 foals, I believe. You're okay, pretty girl. Good girl. Good girl. What a sweetheart. Jesus. God. I'm such a sucker for the Steens. I love these horses. Good girl. Good girl. Is Harper making a mess? Harper's digging. Hi, beautiful. Hi. So a lot of day 1 is reading all of the language here. Hi, good girl. Good girl. So we're getting lots of kind of big blowouts, which is stress signals. But we've got a nice lowered head, a lot of blinking. We're not freezing. I've noticed the shaking has stopped, which is great. Hi, beautiful. You're so cute. I love your snip. I love your snip. And obviously, she is an untouched horse, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, her feet need to be done. I don't know the last time that they did them at the corrals, but they're definitely long. No, I cannot go and try to do those. I can barely even get 2 feet of her. Good girl. I know people just, they might come on here and just not know. That's fine. Hi, what do we think of this stick? Good. She's looking at Ollie over there. She might actually be 14.3. I don't know how big she is. I'm like, maybe she's 15 hands, but I don't know. She might not be. She looks about the size of Ollie, just thicker version. Okay. All right, so I don't think we're gonna do the stick yet. I think I'm gonna just do me, myself, and I. No, I don't want to move too much. Hi, baby. I'm gonna move this way. Kind of guide her either to turn and face me or to go the other direction. I'm gonna even stand right here. Hi, pretty girl. There. She fixed her posturing, so we're standing a little bit better. Okay, she faced me. I'm gonna back up. Good job, kid. My crew is watching the action. They've all been in this position before. If you're new here, hello. I have 7 horses currently. Well, 6 and a mule. And one of them is domestic, my first horse that will die with me, live with me forever. And then the rest of them are wilds. All were wilds. Now they are very much not. So it's just always fun to watch them watch because they've been in this position. They know this process, so they're like, whatever. All right, so I don't want to scare her. I just want to get her out of that corner. Good girl. Because that's the spot where she tried to run back out into the paddock and like slid and ran into the flex fence. Hi, good job, kid. Good girl. So we're gonna just like hang out and be friends. So you see that hind foot? We live by an airplane, an airport. So sorry, you guys can hear a lot of jets and stuff past there. But I like to critically analyze every movement that they give me. Hi, pretty girl. Good girl. Because obviously she's nervous. She's not facing the right direction. Her feet are all over the place. She's very uptight. Yeah, and I expect this for a while. It takes them a while to kind of come. Good girl. Bring those walls down. Good girl. Eating a snack is always a great sign. Very good sign. Horses do not eat when they are in high periods of high stress. Good girl. Good girl. I just want to kind of direct her body a little bit more. There, good girl. And more food. Good girl. She passed that one, so see, there's nerves there. Good girl. Good job, kid. Winter, please don't. Winter is over trying to be trouble. Let her kind of think about it for a minute. We're just having a good time. We're having a conversation. That's what's going on here. She's learning that I'm just in here. I'm not asking her to do anything. I'm just walking around her, hanging out. So she's starting to realize. See, she even took a step towards me. Good job, kiddo. So I don't love when they do that. I'm not worried about it right now, but typically when they start to look up to the outside, that's when they may, keyword is may, think about jumping out. Now, I don't think she's about to jump out right now, but I like them to be, you know, in line with the panels, perpendicular to the panels. I don't want, hi, you see Ollie? You see your Palomino doppelganger over there? I just don't want her angling herself towards the fence line. There you go. Good job, kid. She's doing great. The first day is really just to see if they can kind of quiet their body, quiet their legs down. Good girl. Good girl. You're such a good girl. So smart. Yeah. I'm like obsessed with this horse. She's like a celebrity. Hi, good girl. I should have named her that. Good girl. It's literally a horse that I've been seeing photos of that I finally have, like, I can see in person. That's insane. I'm just like so thrilled. Never gonna shut up about it. Good girl. Good girl. This is great. Like, just, I could use more angling my way, but I don't mind this because she's at least like, she's breathing, you know, big breaths. You guys can't see that, but big breaths, kind of just looking around. She's obviously standing pretty still. Like, this is the goal for these sessions. She's licking and chewing. I don't know. You guys probably can't see it because the way she's licking and chewing. Good job. Very good. And just like relaxing, not shaking anymore. Little bit, I think, but that actually might just be her breathing. I can't really, it's kind of hard to tell. I could very clearly see the shaking before. Hi, baby. But she also did slide into the fence. So she might have been like, oh, the adrenaline might have been way up. Yeah, good girl. So now I just want to see how close I can get. Good girl. Now, I know this mare, I kind of made, I guess, like a false impression, but maybe not. But I have pictures of her as a baby out in the wild, and like she's a spicy one. She's gritty. So I kind of have this false idea, or maybe just an implication that she might be a little bit more, I don't know what a good word is for it, but like hard-headed. Hi, good girl. So I'm like going at this with a bit of caution. I don't want to get jumped on. Good girl. Good girl. But she's being like so good. I know for the people watching this video, you're like, I'm just standing here. I'm not. This is like huge. Like, this is a big deal. Am I recording? God, I hope so. I am. Okay, great. I have like I'm nervous now after not filming Harper's session. But this being this close to her and her just kind of vibing is a huge deal, especially for the first day. And she's doing so much licking and chewing. Good girl. That's really, really nice. I know you guys cannot see it. Even if she was facing the way that towards the camera you wouldn't be able to see, but she does have the eye whites showing a bit. So there's nerves to a degree still. And obviously if I were to like jump or do something, she's gonna get nervous. The first like good couple weeks are very quiet. I don't start getting crazy hopping, skipping around until they're pretty comfortable with me. Like, this is pretty close. This is closer than I was with Epona, who I thought was going to be my easier adult. Good girl. Okay, let her move around. So she needed some distance there, and that's okay. I'll just give her a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition her back to that direction because I like it. Oh, or she will herself. Never mind. Or she does. For whatever reason, I like when they're facing that way. Good. Good girl. Just kind of let her think. Good. Good. Let her have a little bite to eat. That's great. Give her some space. She's going to learn to trust me more when I listen to her. Good girl. I'm going to try to, good, reposition her again. It's going to be a challenge. I'm going to just apply some pressure to the hind end. There we go. Back up. That's exactly where I want her. So utilizing, body language, drive lines and all that to kind of position them where you want them. This is exactly how I like to gentle, is with them facing this way. Good girl. But I also kind of want her to get a view of me with both eyes here. So she's just leaning that way. There you go. Good. 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 Now I'm going to stay here because she kind of initiated some forward movement this way. Good girl. And a big lick and chew, and I'm going to release completely for that. Good job, knucklehead. Good girl. She's real cool. She's neat. So obviously my hands are in my pockets right now. I'm not even going to try to introduce touch just yet because we're not anywhere near there. Oh, God, her feet are so long. Good. I just like that she's doing these inward turns. Those are always really good to see. I'm going to, she's looking at chewing, so I'm going to give her a second. Hi, pretty girl. You're beautiful. She really is. She's a good looking horse. Now, obviously, I don't want to get too close to the hind end of her because A, blind spot, B, I don't want to get kicked to the head. So I want to get these guys gentled before I die. But, hey, I still want to try to get her position. That's better. Where she is now is good. Even I could use that, I could have that hip go a little bit more over. Let's see if I can just do it without much effort. Yeah, we go. There we go. Good girl. I just love those inward turns. I don't mind that she's re-looping. Good girl, baby girl. Okay, good job. Very nice. Exhale for her. Good girl. I can try to present the stick. It might be pushing our luck here. Yeah, so see how me picking this up, just center going. So we're going to teach her right now that this does not mean move. Good. So it takes a while to kind of get this pattern picked up here. Good. So I'm going to put it up. Good. Take it away. This takes a while because she, again, all she knows really is getting, and I don't mean this in like a negative way, but flagged and sent around in chutes and on trailers because that's how their life is before they get home. So she just thinks I want her to move, and I really don't. I'm going to give her a little bit more space because I don't want her trotting. But this is nice. This is really good. Just a nice walk. And she's licking and chewing. Good job. See how that scared her? Good girl. Good. Okay, I'm going to leave that because it was a little bit of a quick, like, I'll look, but then I'm going to lose it. And I'm going to turn myself here, so she has to turn. And again, I'm far enough away where she's not going to kick me. Good job, girl. Just want a little bit of effort here. She's just positioning herself to want to turn around this way, so I'm going to just position myself to kind of open this pathway up for her to go that way. So again, I don't want her spinning around and panicking. I'd rather her just move forward because this is nice. This keeps her regulating. Good girl. The spin moves kind of get their adrenaline up, and that's not what we want. Just want her to realize she doesn't need to do anything. Good girl. Again, I want her to look at me so I can take this off, take this pressure away. See how every time though I do it, she switches? I hope she's in frame. She actually might not be. But, hi. I need to get my pivot fixed. It just needs a charge. I just didn't have time. I'll do it for next time. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change it up. I like to change things up. See what works for the horses. I'm gonna go back to doing, I'm gonna do a mirror game actually. And basically, when they walk, I walk. And I'm gonna keep my distance. I'm not gonna, good girl. Good girl. And I like to do this exercise because the wilds do this with each other where they kind of get glued to the hip and follow each other around. Like they stop, one stops, everybody stops. One walks, everybody walks. So we're kind of imitating the wilds today. Doing this mirroring game. Hi, pretty girl. But she's doing really, really well. She's staying quiet. So I'm going to stay here actually because she's walking towards me. Okay, now I will walk. And we're just hanging out. I'm just following the leader here. I really like to do this. This is fun. And again, I'm keeping my energy low. Keeping my energy low. Good girl. Pretty girl. And I just don't want her getting weird in that spot. I'm going to just reposition myself here so she goes that way. Hi, good girl. And I'm not close enough to make her panic or anything like that. So I'm very attuned with the pressure. I'm going to slow down because she's thinking about trotting. I don't want her to do that. I just want to see how close I can get to her. Like, I'm a good 5 feet. That's pretty good. Good girl. Just want her to realize I'm not at all a threat. At all. I'm not. Good job, kiddo. And again, I'd want to open this pathway because she wants to go that way. You're fine. I'm going to take my hands out of my pockets. And I'm just walking with her. We're just hanging out. This is good exercise. She can get used to me walking. Good job, kid. But I'm close to her. Like, this is fantastic for the first day. Fantastic progress here. All right, I'm going to try to get her face up so I can leave her alone. She wants to go that way, and that's okay. I just want to see if I can get her to face up. Yes, good. Very nice. Give her a break. See how that opened up for her to want to walk? That's the fun. It's the fun of it, is getting that pressure correct. Guys, don't bully Harper. Oh my god. Poor Harper. Lots of licking and chewing coming from this one, which is awesome. Good girl. Nova, what do you see? Nova's like, what's going on over there? It's a party. I'm going to try to get some hay just to try it. I don't think she will want to get close enough to me for that, but we'll give it a shot. I'm just going to go right over here. Well, she's eating the hay on the ground over there, so that's good. So maybe, just maybe, she'll want to take this from me. I'm just going to stand still for like a couple minutes. She's thinking about it. Good job, kiddo. Good girl. Good girl. She's thinking about it. So we're just gonna let her do her thing. She really is trying. She's gonna be awesome. They all end up being awesome, but I can really feel it with this one. So I don't like not being able to see them, so I am looking at her. She's thinking about it. I love that. I love the head reaches. Those are like the best because it's that curiosity's peeking through. Lots of licking and chewing. I don't know if you guys can see her little tongue peeking through. It's real quiet right now. I love it. Everybody settled in so well last night. They're all just eating their hay bags. They have a bunch of loose hay too, and the hay bags are like 2 inches, so they all need groceries. So they have easy access to hay right now. But it is good because I feed with hay bags, so I don't know where we want to get to. Good girl. Want to eat a snack? Want her to eat a snack. She's much quieter now than the start of the session, which is fabulous. And that's going to be the beauty of this process. Is it's messy in the beginning, but you watch these subtle things happen every day. She did think about it there. She might be just trying to come at it from a different angle. I don't know. But she's very curious of me, just instinctually. I mean, she's 7. She spent however many years in the wild, 6 years in the wild, had a lot of foals. You know, I mean, lived with a large herd. Like she knows what she wants. She knows what she needs to avoid, and I am one of those things. Everybody's doing so well. 2 of them have their tags over their ears. I hate that. It's not ideal. That's okay. Puzzle, you're not one of them. But of course, you and Harper are like the 2 that I feel like are going to be the quickest to get their tags off of. Good girl. Good girl. Just like hanging out. I could easily be backing away as she's looking at me, but I don't want her to just sort of check me out. I'm like a permanent piece of furniture in here. Now, how much release you have to give varies on each horse, and that's what, the first few days are for, is to test that out. I know that I can be this close to her and she's okay, because when I first brought her in here, she was pacing around, and now she's quiet. You want some snack? Just want her to come over. She's thinking about it. She's feeling much more relaxed about me. So I'm just hanging out here. Because I mentioned this with the Epona video. If you watched that one, I think I mentioned it. It might have been with Harper that didn't get filmed. I don't know. But sometimes leaving is more pressure than just staying. Like right now, me standing here being quiet is perfect for her. If I were to walk away, she's going to get nervous. I gotta shift because I gotta switch hands because this hand's like cramping up from holding this like this. See, I'm unlocking that curiosity. Good girl. And then she got nervous. So it's like a fine line. But I'm gonna keep working with her because we're very close to getting somewhere. And that's the kind of the fun part of this, is I never know how long the sessions are gonna last. Because either they could be like totally unproductive, or you could get to a point where you're like, okay, it might be a long time, but now we're finally getting somewhere. That's when you kind of have to hold true. Just want to see if she'll take some hay from me. I think she will. She's definitely close. She's a good girl. But just like looking at her, observing her, she's real quiet. It's really nice. I mean, of course she's nervous. Like Mustangs, at first are nervous. This is crazy what we're asking them to do. Like I said, it's like wired in their bodies, in their brains to avoid predators. That's how they survive for so long. She's a good girl. So I'm gonna just like sort of open this up for her to kind of come this way. You want a snacky? Just really want her to come try some of this. But I like that we're bridging the gap. I'm closer to her. Good. Good girl. Very good. Very good. I'm going to just exhale to release that energy. It's so much energy work. Like, people don't even realize how much, when you're working with a Mustang, when you're gentling them like this, how much energy you're like holding your breath for, and they're on the verge of doing something. Like, you have to just keep it all in check at all times, and it's a lot. Okay, she's definitely getting way more comfortable with me, which is fabulous. You want a snacky? Like, me getting this close to her is awesome. Right there is about the threshold. Oh, but she took a step. Good girl. Yeah. Want some hay? Yeah. I'm gonna like back up a smidge just to position myself in a better spot. What's that? I don't know what spooked her. It was Harper or something. Something spooked Harper. Now we gotta regulate. Good girl. So we got nostrils moving, flaring, lip movement, blinking, exhaling. I'm just calling things out as I see them. I know you guys cannot see them, but this is just the sort of stuff that we got to be aware of. So her body is like, okay, I'm rechecking myself, getting myself back in order, which is fabulous. That's what we want. We don't want them to hold tension. Nice lick and chew, low head, and I'm standing right here. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. She's doing awesome. Pretty girl. Looking at me, shaking. So many releases. We're checking ourselves. It's awesome. It's what we want. Good emotional regulation. That's what we want to see. Excellent. You might need a break from me in a second. Whoa, girls. Think about it. Hi, good girl. Hi, beautiful. I'll give her a break. It was really nice. We're gonna keep going though. Session's doing really well. I want to just keep at it. It's like I said, sorting them is kind of a challenge. So I'm taking advantage of the fact that she's by herself in here and she's quiet. Like we're through that initial nervousness. Hi, beautiful. Lots of releases. Relaxed hip. That does not always mean the horse is relaxed. They will cock their hip like that when they are ready to move, but she's not ready to move. She is quiet and she's coming over. Let her munch on those pieces of hay on the ground because, like I said, it's good for them to be eating. That keeps them quiet, calm, and that means they feel safe, which is great. I did not expect to be this far along with her. I truly thought that it was going to just be I'm going to wait in here until you quiet, then we'll hang out for a little bit, and then I'll put you back. But she's doing really, really well. So I'm going to roll with it. Hi, girl. Because like I said, I'm not in here lunging her, moving her around, and no offense to the trainers that do that. That's everybody has their own method. Everything works for everybody else. But I don't like to ask much of them when I first come in here. I mean, I am asking a lot just by being in here. But I just don't want them to think that I want them to move around all the time. I just want her to realize that I'm not asking her to do anything. I'm asking her to take food from me. Good girl. I'm just going to stand here and see if she wants to take this. Stanky. She's thinking about it. A cool horse. She really is so cool. Good girl. But she's, she's got some interest in me. She's turning and looking like she is trying to figure it out. She just isn't quite sure yet. I'm gonna get out of her blind spot there so she doesn't feel like she's trapped. I'm gonna just stand here for a minute. See even the pressure still. I mean, she's definitely still has her personal space bubble. She's like, I'm getting bored. I want to go back. It's not boredom, actually. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I want to go back. So, I want to make a note of that, but I also don't think she's highly overwhelmed. I think she's doing pretty well. So we're going to just keep going a little bit. Good girl. I want you to eat some food. Okay, she did an inward turn. That was awesome. I mean, when she does these inward turns, she's a good 3 or 4 feet away from me. That's not a huge gap. That's great. I mean, this is very close. So I'm going to give her a minute and let her eat for a second, just so she knows that her feelings are being validated. I know that she's getting slightly overwhelmed. Not bad, though. It's pretty darn good. And she seems to be a little hungry, so I just want to let her chew that. Alrighty. Good release. Okay, double release. 3 releases. Good girl. I just want to get close to her again and share that space. I really would love for her to take hay from me. Nothing would make me happier. But again, that's a big ask. Now I'm plenty far away from her. If you cannot tell by the video, I'm not going to get kicked in the head. I'm not going to walk up to her from this angle. I'd go this way or go that way. I can do. Thought about it there. She's very, very smart. Okay, I'm going to just stay here. I'm not going to move. Let her think. Good girl. Eat some snow. Might be a little thirsty. Yeah, eat the snow so there's less of it to melt and make a big mess. She's adorable. Look at that. I'll back away. I'm going to keep this here. She's welcome to come get some more. Good girl, pretty girl. I love her. I love this horse already. I am just such a sucker for this shade of Palomino, especially when they're little sweeties like she is too. Everybody knows I love Ollie. Good girl, Puzzle. Everybody's releasing. She did fabulous just then. That was awesome. I'm just going to stay here for another minute. Like I said, I know I always say, oh, I'm going to end it, and then like things start really getting good. And I just like that we have some really great behaviors happening here. So I want to keep at that for a minute while I have her separated. She knows there's hay over here. She can go get it. I'm just going to stand put on the hay dispenser. Puzzle. What are you smelling? You're like a bloodhound. Yeah, so I'm just standing here, letting her take hay from me. She hears the birds. It's a big old clump on the ground. She's gonna go for that first, of course, because there's less pressure involved in that. Just gonna exhale because she's looking over at something out in the driveway. Stand here. She's definitely feeling confident with me right now, so I just want to take advantage of that and really own in on letting her eat out of my hand, share space, realize I'm not scary. Checking me out. She's like, wow. That is typically what happens. They go, wait a minute, who are you? I'm going to reload my hay. That was awesome. They go, actually, you kind of smell. You kind of smell weird. I'm just going to go back to that spot. I like to pick up on patterns. And we're going to just go right back over here. So she knows that this is where the food is right over here. We'll see if she wants to come back over. She's doing awesome. She's breathing quite a lot. She could just be smelling stuff. But it is warming up in the sun, that's for sure. The head bobbing, trying to see. You want to come get more food? Come here, wild child. There we go. Come here, pretty girl. Want some hay? Come here. She's definitely getting more comfortable with me, though, because I can walk up to her and she just sort of focused in on what they're doing out there, which is good. When they're less focused about you, that's a good sign. It means they're not all that worried about you. They're more worried about other things. Want your hay? Just stay here for a minute. She might be getting a little sleepy too, so she might not be that hungry. Who's that? Is that Esperanza? And Epona? A puzzle? And you are puzzle. What's up, girls? All right, I'm gonna just try this, and I don't think she will want to participate. But I want to see if she will touch my hand. Like I said, she might not want to do, but she's getting a little sleepy. That might work out well for me. Pretty girl. Pretty girl. Hi, Epona. Epona's saying hello. Puzzle. Might turn around, that's fine. I'm gonna stand over here where she likes to stand and see if she'll come over. Hi, girl. I'm gonna take both gloves off too, just to really level the playing field here. Hi. Yeah, you're being so good. What are they doing, huh? They walking? Are they leaving you? Good girl. Good girl. I'm having my How to Train Your Dragon moment here. You know, it's very fitting. That was like my favorite movie growing up. It's fitting that this is what I do now. Oh, I'm crunching the snow. That's the problem with this freaking footing. Loud. But the fact that I can be this close to this horse with my hand up, which is a lot of pressure in and of itself. But she definitely is like, I'm done. Okay, if you can touch my hand, I'm gonna back away from you. Oh my god. Actually, I don't even mind you doing that because you can trim those god-awful feet. Yeah, you're fine. Like I said, I know this is a longer session, but I just don't want to have to separate all the time. Oh, I didn't even notice she was behind me. Good girl. You want some hay? I'll take it one more time and then I'll put her away. She did great. I'm going to work with her again later. Want some hay? Good girl. I just want to end it like as peak on behavior as I can. And we're just getting a little more nervous right now, so I just don't want to end it on this. Okay, I'll end it on that. That was great. Oh, actually, I want to get some pictures of her. Okay, that's it for the video. Hopefully that was entertaining. Oh my god, a full hour.